money, how to, prospect people, and all that's great. But I believe that when you fix you, that a lot of this stuff just comes naturally and things will be attracted to you, right? And part of that is being a better person, and part of that is really tapping into the inner happiness of your life. The more happy you are, the more congruent you are in all the different areas of your life, the more it's going to attract things that you want into your life. And so tonight I wanted to really talk about forgiveness. This was day 6 of our series, and I believe that without forgiveness, and first of all, let me back up. Let me say this. We've all done things that offended or hurt other people, and we've all had people do that to us. So let's just get that right out of the way. None of us are in the clear here. We've all done things, and we've all had things done to us. And sometimes you can let it go. Sometimes you can't let it go. Some people don't let it go at all. And that's really what this is about. So if you know anybody that maybe need to hear this message, definitely share this video with them. You never know who needs to hear this message. And one of the things about forgiveness that I've learned personally is that when you hold on to something, it's not hurting the other person at all, right? You're holding this grudge. You're holding that internally on yourself, and it's only hurting you. My advice is just let it go. Don't let the bitterness, the anger, literally disrupt your internal well-being. Yours. It's disrupting you moving forward. Believe me, there's people in every one of our lives that have really made us mad. All kinds of scenarios happen. I'm sure I've done that to others. So if you're watching this and I've hurt you, I'm asking you for your forgiveness. Let it go, right? Let's talk about it. But one thing I can tell you is that sometimes when you're faced with this, the challenge of letting something go can be hard to do. You can just hold on to it and never talk to the person ever again, and harbor those feelings. It's going to hurt the people they know, meaning it's going to hurt your relationships with anybody that is connected with you and that person that you're harboring this with. Just let it go, man. It's not even worth it. It really isn't. There's only a handful of scenarios that would be literally almost impossible to let go, and we won't discuss those here on this live today. See, what happens is, you're not forgiving somebody because they deserve the forgiveness. Maybe they do, but that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it to really give yourself the inner peace, just to let it go. So many things happen, and how about this one? Put this on for size. Without love, there's no forgiveness. Without forgiveness, there's no love. And we all know love is what literally intertwines all of us, however you want to look at love, right? There's so much hate in the world. I think that if we can all get a little bit from each other and learn and grow and help lift each other up and help people in every day, on our everyday journey, whether you're at the grocery store, the bank, or whatever, helping people, right? Transferring love, that's where forgiveness comes from, okay? And that's, with forgiveness comes an abundance of love as well. So remember that. But what do you get from forgiveness? Peace, hope, gratitude, joy, right? All those things are positive things that you get for letting something go for somebody that wronged you. Man, I talk to so many people, literally on a daily basis. I bet I talk to 40, 50 people a day sometimes, maybe more sometimes, or sometimes less, with long conversations. And sometimes people go into a major situation of, I can tell they're really been hurt by somebody. And it leads me to, why is this making you feel this way? How long have you felt that way? And then I kind of bring them down the road to help them say, listen, you got to learn to forgive that. What can forgiveness really bring you? What can you really, truly gain from it? Physically, number one, healthier relationships, right? Like I said, there might be a circle of people where those relationships have been damaged because one person wronged you. Or maybe you wronged one person and that person can't forgive you, and it's hurt and damaged the whole circle of friendships. Your whole mental health will be improved when you start to live in gratitude and you let go and you forgive. Guess what? your life, your mental well-being is going to be a lot better. You're definitely going to have a lot less anxiety, a lot less stress. You're not going to let things bother you as much, right? When things like that happen, here's a great thing to look at. When somebody that you think wronged you in whatever way, try to put yourself in their shoes of why that situation happened, because something has caused them to act that way. Something has caused them. Maybe you loaned them money, and maybe they, in their heart, they want to pay you back, but they just haven't been able to do that for whatever reason. Well, have you communicated that with them? Have you let them know it's okay, right? And don't hold on to that grudge. But I'll tell you, when you let go of these things and you look at it from a scenario of what is the other person going through, or why would they do this, you start to understand that, you'll have a lot less anxiety. What happens physically when you have less stress, less anxiety, and you have a better internal well-being? What happens? All kinds of cool stuff. Maybe you're suffering from blood pressure issues. You're not going to have high blood pressure. You know, maybe you got some heart issues. Those are going to be better. You're going to have better self-esteem. You're definitely going to have a lot better happiness, right? So my message on 21 days to become a better you is to embrace forgiveness. Understand that people do things not always out of character. Now, some people it is their character, right? Some people don't care. They just walk all over everybody. Here's my advice on that kind of person. Just get rid of that person out of your life and get as far away as possible. But for the most part, we're on a journey of life, right? So there's always things that are going to happen, and things that are going to affect other people in a positive or negative way on decisions that we make personally. And once you understand that happens, you can't avoid hurting somebody's feelings sometimes, or wronging them by accident. And when you know it's not your character, think about some things maybe you've done, and maybe it was by accident, maybe it wasn't intentional at all, and somebody totally took it the wrong way. Well, you know it's not your character to be that way. Most of the time it isn't somebody's character. And so as you start to recognize and realize that, here's what you'll start doing. You'll stop worrying about things out of your control, and you'll start letting go of things a lot easier, and watch how things start to manifest in your life. And you'll start to attract the positive things that you want to be attracted into your life. It's pretty simple. So again, the message, just let it go, man. It's not worth it. Forgive, forget, move on. Well, sometimes you might not